Hey guys, this is episode 3 of Big Game Hunters. Today we're going to be talking to you about the passive market, passive versus active. Why are companies reaching out to us to help assist them in finding talent in the passive market? Here with you today is Jason Berard, my co-worker, colleague of and host of Big Game Hunters, along with myself, Rory McMillan, president and CEO of Magna Search Group. We're excited about today's topic. We've had a lot of people asking us through social media, online, through email. A lot of our clients ask, what do we do? How do we operate? Why should we reach out to you as a search firm to help assist us finding passive talent in the passive market?
Yeah, and I think the thing that, we're strictly a headhunting firm, so we're not in there to post jobs or things like that. So why does a company engage our services to bring talent to them? Why headhunting versus recruiting? And that is exactly what Rory touched on, is passive talent. We're looking for the people out there in the industry where they can come into your company and be turnkey solutions in terms of driving production and contributing to
King R. It's the war of talent, guys, out there. You know, a lot of companies, Facebook is looking to hire people from Apple. Apple's looking to hire people from LinkedIn. LinkedIn's looking to hire people from, Uber. It's the war of talent out there. You know, companies are fighting for that unique talent. If you're a cutting edge company, you're looking to create the next big thing, whether that be technology-based company, a manufacturing company, IT, infrastructure company, you need to hire great people. And, 99.9% of the best people are working and they're happily employed. They're in the passive market. And that's why companies are reaching out to us. And that's why we wanted to bring you this show today to further explain to you, our audience, our viewers, our followers, on why you should get into the passive market and why you as a company, as an employer, should focus on finding passive talent. Read a stat here online. 79% of working professionals around the world are considered passive candidates. That's 21% are actively seeking new jobs. So if you're not tapping into the passive market, you're missing a huge percentage of that talent that's out there.
Yeah, and if you're a passive candidate, you might take calls from companies, from search firms, or whatever it may be, but you put yourself in a bit more of a leveraged position because a company's coming after you based on a specific criteria that you match to what they're looking for, and then it kind of puts you in like a little bit of an upper hand throughout the interview process. So just trying to think here, passive market. If you're in manufacturing, then it can apply to sort of all manufacturings, or it might apply to a different industry as well when people are searching for you, right?
Absolutely. Well, 120% of people that are in the passive market that go into a new employer or go into a new opportunity that's been headhunted or approached by an internal recruiter or an external recruiter or a third-party headhunter, they're the people that are making a difference. They're the people that are bringing in the revenue. That's why our industry is booming. That's why our industry is growing. That's why Magna Search Group has allowed the opportunity to hire more people. It's because there's more demand for our services. You know, we're exceptional at what we do. We're great at finding people here at Magna Search Group, and we're excited to educate you guys on why the passive market is so hot. So first of all, so when you first started, Jason, what were some of your clients looking for when it come to working with Magna Search Group? Like, how come they reached out to you to assist them with their recruitment needs?
Well, first of all, I hustled. But number one, hustled.
You're a hustler. You're a hustler.
Yeah, exactly. Perseverance overcame resistance. But no, really, people look for in this industry to do this kind of work, someone that's honest, hardworking, and just really understands the needs of an organization, and then really go out there and find the people based on that. But the challenges associated with the passive market, both from our end of things and from a company's end of things, is when someone comes to your desk on a resume and you say, yes, we absolutely want to interview this person, there is no guarantees that this person actually wants to work for your company just yet.
No.
Because an organization like ours, we're great at sales. Like, we are expert at sales, but we can only sell someone so much on a surface opportunity.
Yeah.
And when they get to one of the clients, then they have to sell them on it. So it's an interesting challenge, especially if you're an organization, when you're trying to find passive candidates. You want them, but there's no guarantees that you get them. Even if you make an offer, there's no guarantees that they're taking that offer. We see that all the time, right?
Yeah, well, the thing is you need to entice them. You need to get that candidate excited. We get them excited. We entice them out of an organization. We sell them the opportunity.
Yeah.
Why are they going to move? We fully qualify them. We understand, their wants, their needs, their criterias. We hit their what do they call their sweet spots or their moving points.
Yeah.
We emphasize the big word about companies and employers. We get them excited about coming to work for your company. Get them excited about coming to work for your organization. And the key thing is once that candidate's in there for the interview process, it's kind of out of our control. We're left in the HR manager's hands or the hiring manager's hands or the owner's hands, where he has to get that candidate excited.
Yeah.
He will only move if that he sees value in that organization. There's growth potential, whether it's going to be, they're going to bring him into a role interim, then they can promote him down the road, or they're going to, they're going to pay him more money. It's closer to home. Location is a key thing when it comes to recruitment. And, what is it like to work at your organization? I think those are key things that are going to entice the passive market.
The message that I have for both the candidate and the client going through a process, either by going through a firm or just having someone that's working somewhere else come and interview through you, is the candidate might get put there on a silver platter, but it's in the client's interests to turn that silver platter into gold. So you can get sold on an opportunity, but for someone to really close out working in a new position, it's going to come from the employer.
Absolutely. And the key thing is, it's not always about the money with the candidate.
No, that's the other thing.
When you're dealing with the passive market, money aside, they know if they've got the skills and the talent, the money will come. It's about, what is it like to work at your organization? What's the culture like? What's the work-life balance like? What are the goals and careers and the mentorship like? Who's going to be mentoring me? Who's going to be training me? What vehicle am I going to be going into for the next 5 to 10 years? These guys aren't job hoppers. These are people that are driving business results, pushing and shoving, getting in front of the right people. They're the best programmers, they're the best IT people, they're the best engineers, they're the best.
I'm going to cut you off right there, Rory. Give me 3 one-word answers why people move. And it could be, for sure, one has to be money, and it just has to be, right? What are 2 other one-word reasons why people even consider a move before that?
Culture. Company's culture.
Okay.
I would say is number 2. Number 1 isn't money, it's location.
Yep.
And number 3 is compensation. So there needs to be money, location, compensation. And there's actually 4 points to that. What is the career advancement opportunities like at that organization? And how are you, the company, going to feed that candidate's hunger when they're in that interview and they're proposing their services to you? They've pretty much emphasized to us, yes, listen, I'm open to hearing more about this position, more about this opportunity, and we build their profiles, we build their candidate index, we provide in-depth information to our clients to give them more information about what these candidates did in their previous careers, so our clients are fully aware of what the level of what the level of skills this candidate can bring to that organization.
It's interesting you say that. So when we build it, it's a couple of things that you take off the list. Will you move? Will you move to this location?
Will you go?
Will you go? Will you go? The second one is, are you within range? Can they pay you the dollars? Can they pay you what you
money talks, guys. Money talks.
Because sometimes it's not necessarily like that. Maybe I'm making 50,000, but I'm going to need 55 to consider a move, or 60 to consider a move. Oh, it's over there. I've heard about the culture. I would maybe give it a shot, but it's got to be 65. So it's like you try to nail these 3 things and understand the culture fit as well.
Yeah.
And then at that 4th point, there's really not much.
And you got to move fast. Number 1 thing when you're dealing with candidates in the passive market, you've got to move fast. If you're a hiring manager,
strike the iron while it's hot.
Strike the iron while it's hot, right? We seek and we shall find. We've found, we've qualified, we've engaged, we've presented. Let's roll. You find the right person, let's roll, right? You got to move fast. You got to shoot the puck on the candidate that you feel meets the experience and the qualifications. Get them in the door. Get them to start contributing to
King R.
That's right, right? 12% of people are actively looking, 13% are casually looking at a few times a week for potential opportunities, 15% reaching out to their personal network to see if there's any other opportunities within one organization. Their friend works at one company, they want to go work at the same company, they're working their power base. 45% are open to talking to recruiters, search firms, headhunters, people like us, people that go out there and approach these people.
I think it's more than that.
They're open to this is an old stat from I think 6-7 months ago. It might have changed previously, but not I wouldn't think too much.
Once I got involved, no, just kidding.
Once you got involved, you're a killer.
I think the best way to end that on those stats is, obviously 2008 happened, and in 2008, 2009, there was 7 unemployed people per open job. Right? And now there's 2 people per open job. That's the stat. So you post a job, there's only 2 people that are unemployed for that job.
Where'd you get that from, man?
Oh, man, I'm always reading. Always learning.
Always learning. You gotta be
up to date.
You gotta be.
So it's the war of talent. If you're a client, you know where to find us. Magna Search Group, #MagnaOnAir, MagnaSearchGroup.tv. If you're a candidate, We're going to find you that dream job if you need it.
Finding the passive candidates, guys. You got to focus on finding the passive talent, the war of talent. Let's go. Episode 3, #MagnaOnAir, MagnaSearchGroup.tv. Tune in next week.
Cheers.